there's another little bone nugget. Already a cabochon. You gotta say it right. Some really, really big cells in there. Nice mineralization. We might have to polish this and make it into a cabochon. Cabochon! Are we alive? Is it Friday? Ooh. Have you got your rocks ready to enjoy for the weekend? Oh, my dogs are rocking out right now. They know what's going on. It's time. It's time. How are you? How are you doing this evening? Thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Awahi, for making sure everybody knows that you're here too. How's everybody doing? Mr. Turtle Montana is hopefully here in the house on account that. Oh, wait, we've got an update right here. Mr. Turtle Montana, we're an hour from stopping in Effingham. That's kind of funny. Illinois for the night. Just stopped at a rest area so Joshua can drive while I watch the live. Fantastic. Welcome in the house, Mr. Turtle Montana. You get to be the star. You made that box right behind me, and that's one of the things that we're going to be showing off tonight. So thank you so much for coming. Tomorrow's drive is only 7 hours from home. Oh, so close. You can taste it. Fabulous. Thank you so much for checking in. Blind Squirrel Rocks is here tonight as well. And lots of storms in that area. Do be careful. Mopin' Donkey Rocks. I think that is a friend lurking around. Good to see you this evening. And Ontario Rockhound, welcome in as well. Hey, Aiden had a really great video that you all need to go check out for sure. That was a pleasure to watch your beautiful they were like fluorite amalgam stones. Were so delicious, and we got some really nice macro views. That was a very well put together video. So Aiden, thank you for that, and go check out Ontario Rockhound's most latest video for more. And we've got that Opal guy here in the house as well. Good to see you. Betty is here. Yay! Fabulous. Patricia Bach is here in the house as well. Ryan who? Kyle who? We don't know. We don't know these people. Greetings and salutations, Brian. I hope that you are feeling well this evening. And those guys, the AZ Rockhound Expedition people, had a fantastic sale that was an absolute hoot and holler of a time. So thank you for that. It's Friday. Oh, couldn't come soon enough. It couldn't. And get that there. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Getting in and out of my brain. Allison is here. Hey, crew. How are you? I hope that you are well, and perhaps you're a picking and a grinning on over there. Everybody's wishing Mr. Turtle Montana careful travels for sure. And Jeff of JNV Rock Hounding is here as well, listening. Are you driving? Are you truck hounding guy? All right. Another great video this week from Jeff, of course. And ooh, the Cape has tornado warnings. That's skura. Thank you for that. So we've got some stormage going on right there. That's not the kind of rocking out that we want to do. So everybody keep the rubber slide down. And Julia is here. Welcome in. Thank you so much for sliding by. Brenda Bloom is here. Good evening to you. Thank you for coming. We've got some guests on tonight, you guys. So we've got Mr. Turtlebox hanging out right there, as you saw in the thumbnail. And I already played with some of it. Is that okay? I couldn't help myself. So we also have Ma and Caleb here, aka Freeform Lapidary. And those guys are going to come on and announce the winners of the last cab contest. We'll see some pictures. And then also we will be talking about the upcoming April cab contest at the Discord. You're invited, by the way. You're invited to participate. You're invited into the Discord. It is a closed Discord, but it is open to all friends. And you are friends. If you're here, you're a friend. So if you need a link to that, then hopefully somebody with a wrench can hurl the link on up to the Discord, and then you guys can play with us over there all the times that we're not on over here, because we do both all week long. It's a good time. Margaret is here, and it is good to see you. It is nice to be here. I agree. This is the place, you guys, to chill out and look at the pretties, talk some rocks with all of your friends here in the chat. It's always a good time. Thank you so much for making it the fun time that it is. It's about you guys. I'll go ahead and make some visuals happen, but it is totally about you guys. And look, my mom's here, Judy Mom here for all the unboxing. Hugs for all, and a hug to you, Mom. Thank you for dropping in. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. And she's coming back, and so she's going to be hanging out here very soon. My brother just left. It's like a revolving door. My brother left, and then my mom's going to swoop in, which is so exciting. I love having family. Don't y'all love having your family around? It's a good thing. So let's see. I was talking about what's coming up for you this evening. We've got a bunch planned. And then also in the rock news, I'm gonna have to do a segment, of the rock hound news. Oh my gosh, Patricia, thank you. And it looks like we've got AZ Rockhound Expeditions, a wonderful link up for Allison. Yes, synapses are happening in my brain. And then we've also got a link up there for Ontario Rockhound. Thank you so much. And I did also want to mention another. Is this the real me now? Ryan is shape shifting. So okay. Trying to keep on track here. Gonna be a little tangentsville, as it always is. But I also wanted to mention another video that I watched, and I think it was over in the Discord. The link was in the March showcase, like the makers showcase, and it was for some microscopy that Jean-Luc did. And does anybody remember what his channel is? Like Look Closer with John or something like that. A Closer Look maybe with John. If somebody can help me out, my brain is a little like rode hard and put away wet, unfortunately, this week. And so if somebody could help me out there and maybe throw the link up, he's got a brand spanking new channel. There's only two videos. There's the short version of this video and the long version of this video. And I was so impressed with his debut quality. And so I saw a bunch of you went over there and watched it and gave him some really nice comments. I just wanted to make sure to give that a shout because it is so hard getting a YouTube channel lifted off. And I just have to applaud the beautiful it was of petrified wood underneath the microscope. It was a wonderful presentation, went through the proper vernacular. So it was educational as well, talking about the different cell features and that sort of thing. So I really want to um, I really want to make sure that y'all go have a chance and look at that. It would have been helpful if I had his channel name on the top of my mind, but like I said, you guys are going to have to give me a buy on that one. And thank you, Allison, for getting Mr. Turtle Montana's channel on up there. Awesome. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm also seeing everybody that's going on here. And oh, Brian, thank you so much. We have the new member status. You guys are so supportive. I really appreciate that. Gotta get that Bella working right from the get-go. And your memberships go to supporting all the goods. We're looking at getting another camera for like the camera view, a webcam during the live streams. And so when we're doing open studios with all the different channels and that sort of thing, we've got a good view. We use our phone. That's not bad, but I think that a webcam would be better. And I know that Brian and Julie were talking about getting a camera too. Thank you again, Brian. You know that all the little funds, like this cup of coffee here and this cup of coffee there, they all culminate and they resonate into bigger, better things for all of us to enjoy. And so, like I was saying, those guys, Brian and Julie over there on AZ Rock Hounding Expeditions, they were like, they're needing a new camera too. And so we're sharing the wealth. We're tossing it to everybody and all the channels, making sure that you guys always have good rock content to watch. That's the bottom line right there. Eric the cat is here. Thank you so much for coming. And let's see, we got the cosmic cat in the house, says Allison. Absolutely. Look with Luke. Is that it? You guys, I'm so remiss. Thank you. And good evening, Soul. Good to see you as well. And Soul had a good video I missed. So I had to go back and watch a little bit later. So crazy, you guys. So much going on. And so is it John Luke Looks? John Luke Looks. Did I say? I feel like I was in an international coffee commercial. So let us all Steinkern together and we'll talk about Jean Luc. You know the one. Okay. Cheers to you. And to you, a happy Friday night. So happy to be hanging out with all of you. Who in the world is she talking about? Sometimes we all have to ask ourselves that. But yeah, John Luke Looks is happening, and there is your link. Thank you so much, Allison. You are wrench extraordinaire this evening. Very nice. And that's funny. I haven't been paying attention to my member statuses. I need to get my act together. Right? Cut. Act 2 coming up. No, I'm the same way. I have to go and shore up all my stuff over here and there. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have a wild Lisa in the house. How are you doing? How are you, my dear? It's so good to see you here. Figured you needed to get some rest and relaxation going on, but boy, is it ever good to see you. I know you have been through it. And so thank you for coming. Picard, the best captain. It's not James T, which I believe that was whom Turtle was claiming to be the James T. All right. And thank you. Allison has that Opal Guys link up there as well. So if you haven't been perusing all of the great latest videos, then just in the chat right here, wherever that is, maybe it's on this side, I'm not sure. You have the links that will last you a whole evening worth of catching up for sure, because there are some really, really good ones out. Engage. Yes. That and Earl Grey. Hot. Steinkerns again. Yeah. We're gonna go through we're gonna go on a trip. we're getting into the spaceship, and we're going to go into the wild and wacky world of Mr. Turtle Montana. But first, we are going to bring on Ma and Caleb, and even maybe a a wild and in the future Theo, just dependent. I'm going to keep my eye on things. He is right at this very moment in time. I believe he's cracking thunder eggs, perhaps with a person in Australia that we all know and love. And so, if he's able, he'll come. But first, we're gonna get Caleb on to the live. Here he is. How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm great. So how has your week been?
Busy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, between personal life and rock-related things, got show prep that I've been doing as well as some other rock-related stuff. It's been busy.
Oh yeah. Well, at least that's the good kind of busy if it's still playing with rocks and that sort of thing.
True. It feels never ending at the moment. I guess that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. What would we do if the rocks ended?
Uh,
Yeah.
get some from someone else.
The end of the world. Well, good deal. I'm glad that you took a moment out to be with us here tonight, out of the rockin' schedule that you've got going on. And we also have a wild and crazy Ma venturing around here.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Hello, how you
Hi,
doing?
How
Mo.
are you guys?
Good.
Great.
I'm good.
And how has your week been?
I've been doing a lot of experimenting, big shocker. So not super productive, except I guess that I'm getting closer to what I'm trying to achieve. So that's always fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, there we
Yeah, there's mumblings and rumblings in the mad scientist realm of your tent.
Yes, indeed.
I picture this at night, and I picture your tent, and I picture like it like being the source of different colored lights emanating from it, like that the neighbors kind of wonder about, and
Yeah,
noises. Yeah.
that, yeah, sure. That works.
That's my vision.
I have a
Hey,
really bad connection.
oh, do you want to ditch and come back in?
I think, yeah, I think I do. I was waiting to see, and I wanted to be able to tell you that I was going to try before I just left, and then you wondered where I went. So I'm going to dip and then come right back because it's pretty bad.
Sweet. All right. All right. We'll be here.
Sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay. And meanwhile, I was gonna say, Caleb, you could totally like work something up on your AI,
Oh,
like some
yeah.
crazy tent with like all the weird stuff coming emanating from it.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done something along those lines. Yeah, I could do
No, it
that.
wouldn't. That was the first thing that came to mind is, oh, Caleb needs to make that graphic.
Right.
So while we're waiting for Ma, why don't you tell us first, like a culmination of what the march cab challenge was about, and when Ma comes back, then we'll get into the winners. And so
Okay.
tell us about it.
It was pretty much just a free for all. That was the theme. Just anything goes, as long as it followed the base rules. So you could use any material, any shapes, any combination of things, and we had some really interesting entries this past month. So that was really cool to see. A lot
Yeah.
of creative expression going on in there. There's a lot of really crafty people in our community producing really cool things.
You gotta love it. You gotta love when people just go for it. And I liked that. I kind of felt that was alluring to a greater audience. Like, free for all, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Right. Yeah, it opened the door. We saw some new people who don't normally jump in and show off what they were doing. And yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. And Lisa, thank you. It's just so good to know that you're here. And so lurk away and let us know if there's anything that we can do for you. If anybody could like bring her some peeled grapes or anything like that, some slightly melted
Fan
ice
her.
cream. Yeah. Yeah, she needs a cabana person. Well, that's actually Ken. Ken, could you go over there and fan her with a palm frond or something like that? But yeah, so it was how do you feel about some of those submissions that you saw this month?
I was really impressed, especially with Jared's submission being like a full Intarsia piece. Melissa's also same thing. Um, Jared's more on the more traditional side, and then Muzz was like Intarsia while also capturing like natural elements to look like a scene. Very cool takes on that. And then just the standard cabs were also really great. There's going to be some changes to the contest coming up, so there will be more opportunities for those to show up in the future. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Awesome. All right.
Oh,
And do we have you back?
yeah, it's still not great, but if it gets bad, I'll go in my house where hopefully the connection will be better.
Okay. So if it helps on our side, we're hearing you loud and clear without any auto tune. So things are good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You don't sound like Cher yet or anything. We'll let you know.
Okay.
um so let's go ahead and crack open. Ma, do you want to talk about the winners for the March extravaganza?
Sure. Well, it was a tie between myself and Theo and his beautiful Ammonite cab that was amazing. And I actually I loved that there was a tie, and I don't know why specifically, but it felt better to share it with somebody. It was nice. I liked it a lot. Um,
That is so
and it
rad.
was also it was also really fun to be able to chat with him and come up with an idea together. I really liked that aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah. And so it always helps to have a partner in crime, no matter how you slice it or cut it. It's so cool that you guys did literally slid into the finish line, like holding hands, like that was super
Yeah.
Right.
cool. And
You should have
so,
seen it on my end. Because for those that don't know, I can actually like we have it set to be anonymous for good reason. And but since I have to verify that the accounts that are voting are actually, legitimate people in the Discord. I do get access to the results, and watching the numbers go up and down and see who pulls ahead for a little bit. It was a very close race between the top three for like pretty much every day.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
That's cool.
yeah, it is so cool. I love that that everybody has been taking part. Did we get a lot of votes this time?
Yeah. Yeah. 36, I think. I might be off.
And that's actually that kind of participation with the number of people that we have in the Discord, which is, I think, Mutt told me it was like one away from 200 or something like that, is actually
200.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I would love to see more, but
Me too.
because it's fun for
Yeah,
everybody. Yeah.
percentage
And
wise, it's a pretty good turnout.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty happy with
Exactly.
it. I'm
Yeah.
happy with the number of entries for the past few months as well as the voters.
Yeah. And so thank you guys, everybody out there. And I know for sure, this I know, that for every one of those cabochons that was finished and got submitted, there were probably two or three people out there that just almost made it or made one and they weren't quite sure. And I put myself in that basket. And so all y'all that you've been using these months, January, February, March, to kind of warm up and make a cabochon each month, it's inspired by, but you decided to be secret and like just hang out with it yourself and everything. April will be your month for sure. But first, I want to bring up, we're going to go ahead and look at one of the winners. Ma, tell us about this beautiful cabochon.
Okay. Well, I got a little present from that guy right there, Jahik, where he sent me some beautiful Montana agate slices that are already very thin. I think that he ended up showing those to me right after I did that first triplet cabs for the January ones, where he saw how much time I'd spent kind of getting everything down to super tiny, thin little pieces and how many hours and hours that took. And I believe he got them at an estate sale. He can tell me the story of where he got them, but he sent them over to me, and I was one handful in, and I found this top piece with this tree and this little sun on it. And to be honest with you, I had a completely different idea about what I was going to submit this month. But when I saw this, yeah, I dropped everything and decided that I wanted to do something in terms of like uh to submit, and it was all based on that beautiful Montana agate with the little tree there and the sun in the corner.
Yeah, that had
Beautiful stuff,
serious
and I couldn't resist.
ah, total holy crap factor. And
Oh yeah.
w- so for one thing, Caleb, thank you so much for sending her those slices.
Yeah.
That were so inspiring. And then secondly, it was like I had the pleasure of kind of watching this come about a bit. You were showing me some of the previews of the pieces before they were put together, and
Yeah.
like I just have to say from where I was sitting in the passenger seat that it went together so much better than I could have envisioned. And that's so exciting to see something go like far beyond what you felt like you could have done, or uh the concept maybe that you would have come up with. And
Right.
so tell me, at what point did you have this congeal in your mind? Was it a kind of
Mm.
go with it as you were going along, or did you kind of have this like stuck in the ground? The flag was stuck in the ground, and you were going to go ahead and try to, make this thing happen.
I'm so trying to remember exactly how it went. I mean, I knew what was going to be on the top of it. I knew, obviously, like you see that piece and it's just over. But then it was like, and I was like, I want to do representation of layers in the ground. I wanted to showcase the really beautiful different kinds of pattern you can get in a Montana agate. And that was kind of my jumping off point. But yeah, I didn't know exactly how it was going to go. And this is the very first time I ever tried to do anything like on intarsia or like kind of mosaic-y, like however you'd want to put it. It's the first time that I'd ever done anything like that. And so I didn't know how it was going to go. So it was a lot of experimenting and then kind of putting all the pieces together and then figuring out how it's difficult because then you're like, okay, I've got all these ideas, but how do you make it look nice all together? And how do you feel, you could start out, I believe, like the top and bottom layers of like the more yellowy orange ones there with the little spots in it. They were a lot thicker at the beginning and it looked weird. So there was lots of adjusting that had to happen, but it really was just kind of like I built components of it and then adjust it as I needed to. And I didn't do the final shape until I had all that together because I really wanted that to kind of dictate the form. So yeah, obviously, did I know it was going to be a triangle? Yeah, but no, it's fine. Like I think even Karen was trying nicely to nudge me in a different direction, and I was like, "That's beautiful, Karen, but it's not a triangle." Uh,
She was like hard no on that. I just thought it was interesting to hear you articulate that in such a beautiful manner, but also valuable, like for anybody that's listening, that sometimes you can know exactly what your plan is and be able to engineer that, and other times you can both engineer and go with the flow and kind of change the
yeah,
project as you go along to fit what's going on with the stone? And so would you say that's kind of the
yeah,
way
and
that
that
you
is
were pursuing it?
that's absolutely like I think that because I knew the top part, and then I constructed the middle part, or the one with like the vertical panels in it, and that actually had two more stones on either side that got ground away to nothing. But I made those two components first and then adjusted around them. So yeah, it really just was. It was planned and very much not planned at the same time. Just depends on what part you're talking about.
Right. So speaking of unplanned stuff, what is going on
hmm
in that panel that seems to have some different colors in it?
Oh yeah. So I had just finished this cab, and I was like, I think it'd be pretty if I take pictures of this with the dappled trees in the background and the sun coming through it. And I about lost my mind when I held it up to the sun and there was iris in it. I audibly screamed, and I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm not one of those people at all. My husband came running out of the house to make sure I wasn't dying.
Yeah.
And when he saw I was freaking out over a rock, he was a little annoyed and went back inside.
Right, talk about crying wolf to poor Randy
Yeah,
one more time. Like,
right.
okay.
And I had just showed this cab to my mom, and I went into her house and grabbed her like, oh my God, come outside, look at this, oh my God, look, look. And the thing that I ended up figuring out was the iris in it. It's actually on the back piece of this cab. It's because the back of this is one piece of Montana. I just picked the clear-ish kind of feature-free section of one and used that as the backer, and had no idea that there was iris in it because this thing didn't see sunlight until it was done because I was making it, in my tent. So it was a shock, and I was thrilled. I was thrilled, obviously, because that's cool.
Turtle, for goodness sakes. The only way for us to win is if
Wow.
we all pull our money together, then hire Tanya Harding to take your house. You do mean to lunch because Mun knows some pretty nice
Yeah,
places.
right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that was a nice sentiment. Good to see you, Chris. Whoops. Get out of there. All right. And so what are the chances that you back a stone with something that is iris agate? I
Right?
mean, that's
I
so
know.
crazy.
And like I went in, like when I found it, I went in, I followed like what is going on, and I realized the entire back of this thing has iris. You just can't see it because it's covered. So if I mean, I'm going to be honest here. If I had a way of separating the back and just putting something else back there, I might do it because the iris on the back piece is magnificent. But you can only see that one little part. It's not
Yeah,
going to
that
happen. I'm
I
leaving it
don't.
alone. But
I
wow. Oh,
yeah,
I
I'm
won't.
gonna
It would it I couldn't. I couldn't
no.
anyways.
Yeah. No, that is
No.
some magic. When you showed me that, I was just like, okay, like, yeah, let's just come pick me up off the floor because I mean, I was already super stoked on your cab, but then I was just like, what are are you kidding me? Are you even kidding me?
Yeah.
Like
It
playing
was.
the,
It was like,
you
are you
know,
kidding me?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you won the lottery
It blew my
twice on
mind.
that one, but you
Yeah.
did it. Yeah. So excellent job there. And
Thank
so
you.
far I'm not seeing a lurky Theo. And so what we'll do is we'll bring
All
Theo's
right.
up here. And Jahik, you want to weigh in on what's going on here?
Yeah, so we've got a nice little piece of amylite here with a quartz cap on top of it, so making it a doublet. Um, Really cool color pattern, and the way the it kind of breaks up as it naturally does a lot of times makes for a pretty cool pattern as well, aside from the color pattern. And I believe that one of the aspects of amylite is the deeper into it you go, you get into like purple. Purple's like the last of it before it goes away, I think. And so
Oh,
for him to
cool.
get the kind of full color spectrum there on one piece is pretty neat to see. Really well made cab overall.
Ugh.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, no kidding. And his fingers are testimony. Um, like I always play like the sideline game with him, like whenever he's sending me stuff, and I'm like counting all of the lacerations and how much of his like finger pads he has. But yeah, here's another view of it, and it is really quite incredible when you consider what amylite is. Do you want to touch on that, Caleb?
Yeah, it's like the shell from the ammonite, like the nacre, right? I
Yeah.
believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting how the ammonite ones form like this and the belemnite ones form or no, baculite ones form differently. Like it still looks like nacre,
Hmm.
like real nacre, where this looks much different, much gemmier.
Yeah, yeah, as far as its the depth of its rainbow quality, because honestly all of the amylite that I've seen has been this depth of color before you make it into like a doublet or
Right.
stabilize it in any way. And so this is not enhanced, ladies and gentlemen. There has been no manipulation to the color on your screen. So you see some of the nacre on, say, like mother of pearl and that sort of thing, and a lot of times it's way lighter, and the baculites have a very light quality. It's very pearlescent but looks like a pearl more
Right.
than this like really stupid plugged in electric Las Vegas rainbow that is coming
Right.
at you in neon colors. It's just completely plugged in. And so yeah, it's unique, and it would be interesting to hear what it is that the Montana and the Canadian ammonites in a certain area in a certain formation picked up this really really intense rainbow nacre. And so if anybody wants to share that with us, please do.
And the
Right.
reason why I even bring up the comparison between the two is because you often find them together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So they're in the same, formation. It's just maybe just the makeup of how the baculite forms its shell versus the amylite forming its. The composition there is just a little different, and so probably that's probably the simple answer to that. But it's pretty cool to see either way. And this is a great example of a cab made with this. And the reason why you would quartz cap it is to protect the shell because it is still very fragile. Once you get it polished down and stuff, you need to put something on top of it to, or else it'll keep flaking off and disappearing.
Yeah, it's got to be stabilized, and it's fairly thin.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of do end up tiptoeing on eggshells or on ammonite shells. You guys saw that one coming.
That's exactly what my brain thought the same thing. That's why I was giggling. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait for it. Yeah. But and that's also what gives it that crackle finish that you see. And so finding amylite on the ammonite as a fossil that has nacre that's thick enough to prepare, that isn't too crackled, that isn't flaking away, that's what makes it so rare
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and yeah, unaffordable. unaffordable and unaffordanium or whatever you want to say. Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Theo, he had talked to me about that because I'm trying to prepare, or I'm going to, I haven't even started it, but one of the Baculite ones, and he was talking about how I'm just going to have to keep putting, like, just keep soaking it in Starbond because it'll just keep trying to flake and flake. And he was saying that one of the reasons, that's the thing, it's not just rare to find it with those beautiful colors, it's also extremely difficult to work it. So, I mean, he got my vote because this thing is gorgeous. The work put into it is insane. And it looks like a freaking butterfly wing. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see that butterfly.
Yeah, for real.
It does. It really does. Or, just like cathedral windows or a
Hmm.
myriad of other things that one wants to just put in the entire eye field.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
I just want an eye full of that. And so yeah, I wanted to make sure that we touched upon both of them. And what's cool about this is that we have an example of, a couple different approaches to the free for all. And
Mhm.
so you had some different angles, some different shapes, and so it should be very encouraging to everybody that you know any for this one anything goes. But we had one that was a free form but fairly simple, and then we had one that was very complex and had a lot of artistry in a different way. And so don't feel that you should hold back if you want to approach something in, say, simplicity. There is elegance there. And so
Oh, yeah.
just let those rocks speak for you. And with that, shall we unveil what the theme is for the next month, guys?
Go ahead, Ma.
I'm doing it. Okay.
Yeah, you should do it.
And it's mostly Theo here. I will put that out there. I really wanted somebody else's voice getting out there. He picked optical phenomena. And so that's going to be anything like chatoyancy, asterism, labradescence, color change, play of color, anything like that. So that can include anything like labs, moonstones, opal, ammonite, star garnets, anything like that. Like anything that just has an optical phenomena going on in it. And so have fun, everybody.
So you're saying that,
Yay!
say, like Schiller in a sunstone would
Uh-huh.
be okay for
Uh-huh.
this? And your tiger's
Yep, yep,
eye would be
Yeah.
good for that, and
yep.
moonstone. Yep, yep,
Yes.
yep.
Peter
The
Stein.
fibrous rocks that are out there would be really good for this, getting that sheen to kind of go across obsidians. There's lots of really good
Yeah, like
avenues you
the
can go
cat's eye
down here.
effect. Yeah. That's the thing that's fun is like it's a lot that you can choose from all under kind of one blanket. So I think it'll be great to see what people come up with.
That opal guy's got nothing.
No, not even in his name.
Dude, I'm so sorry. Play of color. Ah, what?
Never heard
Yeah,
of it.
so yeah. So
Hmm,
yeah, this is
what's that like?
and good to see you. Wisconsin, I saw you earlier. I hope I said hello. And if I miss you in the chat, you can just keep on saying hello to me, and you can even shout in all caps at me until I say hi. I welcome you to do
Hi,
so.
Jerry.
And Obsidian. Yeah. Like so did you guys see Kyle's submission to the cab competition?
Yes.
Which one? The one for April
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the one
On
for March?
April
Or
1st.
March.
Both were
Sorry,
funny.
March.
Was it yeah.
Well, April's
It
was
was
pretty funny.
yeah. And so that wasn't an optical illusion. I mean, it
Oh
actually
yeah.
does
Yeah.
still fit.
Invisalite. Invisalite, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm
He said
wondering
it
how
has
much that goes per carrot.
a
Yeah.
superb shield shape. Yeah, anything you ask for, I guess, right?
And oh, hey, you know what, Chris? I did say hi though. But it's good to see you, man. I did ask for it. Do it again and again. Yeah. And so no, it wasn't. It was invisible. I love
She's
Soul,
the
she's
Emperor's New
always
Clothing. That, yeah. She's
good,
like, nah,
gonna
the
bring
Emperor's
us,
naked.
yeah, bringing us down to earth. Yes, exactly. She's gonna call it out. And so that is going to be the April exciting month-long cab contest subject. And so do we have any special rules for this, or are we just cruising along?
Yeah, so as we've seen the past few months, we do make, or I do try to implement slight tweaks as needed, to both make it good for the competition or the contest as well as making it fair for people. And so there's been a bit of a debate on whether or not we should allow the competition should be a single stone competition or allow for things like doublets, triplets, and tarsia and things along of that nature. And so I'm trying to find the middle ground here between both, and because they are really important aspects of cab making as well. People do incredible cabs with these styles and so, or techniques. And so what I'm doing is, instead of it being or and we with the free for all theme, it kind of birthed the idea of this being, there's going to be some check boxes for the theme picker each month. So whoever wins will get to apply these, like Theo and Mug got to do, where it's going to be like single stone. Well, that's always going to be available, of course, because that's just the baseline for making a cab. You can allow or disallow doublets, triplets, and intarsia. So this is just going to be a way for people in the future who may win to turn these features on and off if you so see fit.
So Wisconsin Rockstalker is wondering if they can also add no triangles.
They could have.
Sure.
Yeah.
No,
And
no, no,
one
no.
thing that
Well, no,
go-
whoever whoever wins can dictate that.
yeah,
Right. So, like, if someone decides they don't want any triangles, they can say that.
right. So
I'll
that's
be
actually
sad,
been the
but
thing
I'll play
since we
along.
started, and that's something that hasn't exactly been utilized yet, is material specific, that being like example petrified wood only cabochons, as well as manipulating the shape, so you can say like only oval cabs, for example, things like that. So I'd like to see those features being utilized in the future, so hopefully we'll see some of that, because those can also be fun and challenging for people who don't normally do them. And
Yeah.
yeah, so um hopefully this helps a little bit kind of bridge the gap between the two topics. I think it will. And then there's also going to be some changes with how voting works, which I think will also kind of bridge some of the strictness of only being able to pick one. Some people have given feedback that they kind of hate that, and it's understandable because it's very hard to pick only one cabochon as your favorite.
Super hard.
It is very simple for voting. Obviously, you get one vote, make your voice heard, and the results will be what they are. Another thing that I can do for that, and what I'm going to try out this month and see if it's a fit, is you're going to be able to pick your top three. So you're going to see a full list of all of the entries. You're going to be able to drag and drop, like move the people you want up to the top of the list. So your favorite will be at the very top of the list. They're going to get awarded 3 points for being your number one pick. Your number two will get 2 points. Your number three will get 1 point, and everyone else will get no points. And so what this will do is it gives more value to your favorite, your personal favorite, as well as also giving value to your second and third. And what that'll do is kind of create an average across the board of the ones that you like. And so someone might have been your favorite and gotten a lot of votes, but that person or that entry that had a solid number two every single time might creep up there and take over the winning spot. So, this, I think it might help
Yep.
balance a little bit. So we're gonna give it a shot. If it seems like everyone's happy with that, then we'll keep rolling with it, and we'll just keep adjusting as needed. So hopefully this helps.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, I really like how you're into trying some new things to make this sort of settle into a place where everybody's just having like a super good time, and it looks like everybody's loving it too. So
Good.
you
Yeah.
gotta like that.
Right.
Wisconsin, go ahead.
In the end, I'm doing this for you guys, for all of us. Like I'm not trying to be like I make all the rules, I make all the decisions, because it's not just for me, even though I'm participating. It's your guys' input is very much needed. So always feel free to reach out with some feedback, whether you think a feature is working or not. Because if I don't hear anything from everybody, and then there's people who might be um, upset about something or another, and I don't know, like, I need the feedback. So please let me know what's working, what's not. I can get a general
Yeah.
consensus and I can adjust. I'm not trying to do big sweeping changes, but just subtle ones to kind of keep going to make it fun.
Right. And we thank you so much for doing all this tweaking and
So much.
wrangling. This is time that, you could have been spent like organizing your rocks. And so we really appreciate you spending time on this.
Well, I'm glad it's appreciated. And thank you all for enjoying it so far.
So much appreciated.
Yeah, it's been such a blast. I mean, I don't know about y'all.
Stay tuned.
I just missed half of what y'all said. My stuff
Oh,
cut completely out.
Karen's muted at the moment. I think she's having some technical difficulties.
Oh, cool. We're both having technical difficulties at exactly the same time. It's now the Caleb Show. Take it away.
Please no. I don't think I'm that entertaining.
Please no.
This is a total cliffhanger. What's on my mind is, you know. Yeah. Um, it's time for a new microphone, you guys, and so this poor thing is like suffered through all the podcasts and everything. It's really time. I think the dogs chewed on it a few times, and the the cord keeps on falling out. And so, like, if I touch it, then it's just like, oh nope, sorry, you don't have microphone anymore. And so I have absolutely no idea what I was about to say. It was gravid and important, but it's gone.
That's okay.
And so I'm practicing my P's, like right across, right into the no, actually this guard works really good. I'll keep this, but I need to trash the microphone. And so, oh yeah, it's the first thing that I check when I log on to Discord. I honestly, when I go to the Rockhound page, the podcast page, like that's the first thing that I look at. It used to be shows and tells, just because with coffee, I'd sit
Mm-hmm.
just look at everybody's shows and tells and bah ha ha with all of your guys's like wonderful comedy sketches that you add on to there. But actually, like the contests are taking over.
Mm-hmm.
You get
That's
all of these
awesome.
pretty pictures of rough becoming beautiful things, and who doesn't
Right.
love that? You know.
Speaking
And
of which, we do have the other event going on, which just started a new month, the
that's it.
April Makers Showcase. And the theme of that for this month is going to be Jasper. So anything Jasper related, send it on over. It could be cabochons, tumbles, just face polishing. You went rock counting and you found some, just whatever. Just throw it on over there, share it with us, tell your story about it. It's just something there for everyone to kind of have a general direction to go talk about and show off some stuff. So send it
What's
over
a
there.
Yes, definitely do that. We're off to a crackling start over there
Hmm.
because we were all trying to discuss what is Jasper.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So which ones are Jasper anyway? And so if it's like called Jasper in any way, shape, or form, just toss it in there. It is
Right.
it is the makers kind of the makers challenge or showcase part of it. And so you will not get disqualified, will you? Caleb?
No.
Do we we don't
No, just
just
throw it
call
over there.
that.
We'll
Oh my
figure out
gosh,
what it is
Mr.
together.
Turtle. Holy buckets. What is going
I was
on?
waiting for you to
Thank
notice.
you.
Wow. Very nice, Turtle.
Can you hear it in this microphone?
Yeah, be vigorous and loud.
Yeah, so it does still work. Um, when it's plugged in. Thank you so much, Turtle. Really appreciate that. It is needed, so it'll go to a good place. I'll try to take care of that sooner than later. Bell, bell, bell. I love this, you guys. Look at you guys keeping me honest. Come on, Karen. Like, way to use those emojis that I put in there. I think I'm gonna need to have like a boot kicking a bot, or something like that. Yeah, because when it gets to a certain level, you gotta kick them in the bot. Um, all right. I
Kick 'em
think
in
I
the
can
butt.
hear that bell without the microphone. Yeah.
She's
Hold it
not
over.
wrong.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because when my brother was staying here, you saw how much of him was on the last live stream. He was like he went and hid, and he was like, yeah, just like every now and again I heard like
That's funny.
like, yeah, that's the fun we have over here. But maybe I'll get a triangle. How do you guys feel about
That'd be
that?
fun.
I like that
Yeah.
idea. I have no problem with that.
I mean, the dogs will come running for dinner. They'll be
I think
like,
that
yeah.
bell or that triangle would be much louder than the bell.
I'm afraid
Get
you're
a
right.
good
Unless I
dinner sized
Yeah.
one.
I get like the little one,
Oh, get a teeny one. Ding, ding.
Well, my brother was a dinner bell, exactly, right? More cowbell. You always need more car bells and cowbells and
Okay.
cow cars. A
A
gong.
gong.
A gong would be awesome. Like literally the Gong Show. I don't know how many of
And
you
that's
remember
when
that.
Karen.
Yeah.
Ancient.
That's when Karen gets divorced.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right. No, you guys, like, I'm not even gonna mention what's been going through my head about that. But you guys might find out. And then Curry says a harp. That would be so
Oh.
elegant. I like
Ooh, how
I
ethereal.
like that. But yeah, I don't think that Turtle's gonna cough up a harp tonight. A microphone is
Don't
enough.
challenge him. He
I
will.
know, no. Yeah. He's like, harp, you say? And actually, though, my brother was talking about bringing me some chimes for the drum kit. That might be kind of cool to have behind me, but I might overuse them because I love chimes. Yeah. Yeah. So he's like,
Unthinkable.
yeah, I've got some dusty chimes at home because how many drummers find a use for chimes? Like you use it in like one song, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and
Maybe.
then it's overdone. Like you can't swing your
Who's
You
making
use
the
it
rules
one
here?
time and it's
Time
overdone.
your heart out.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Hold my cab.
Yeah, see, you're in trouble now.
Yeah, hold my beer. All right. Oh, you know what, Mr. Turtle Montana? I have two of them upstairs. You guys want me to
Of course
play the
you do.
didgeridoo?
Oh my god.
Right now.
I'll do it.
Right
Sometime.
now.
Do it.
Do you guys,
Oh.
you guys want that in this microphone? Are you sure? Yeah.
Yes.
I've even been working on a circular breathing. So yeah, give her the hook.
Oh no.
Exactly. I need the hook. Gong. I like that. Christopher Walken hates the cowbell skit. How? And how much it follows him around. He despises it. Okay.
Yeah. Can
Dude
you imagine?
that did that dance in Fatboy Slim hates the cowboy skit. Like y'all, if you haven't seen the Fatboy Slim video that he did, and you see his dancing in that, and then tell me like which skit's worse. Although I really enjoy watching him like flying around a hotel lobby in that. Okay.
Indeed.
Aging myself more. Does anybody yes. Oh my gosh. Calls it Resort Dog. Yep. Yeah, that's the one. That's like
Hmm.
walking, dancing, and perfect weapons. Fat Boy Slim. Yeah. Oh, and here's another one. You guys are on it. Weapon of choice, Fat Boy Slim. Yep. I love you
You're
guys.
not alone.
You're in my head, and that's nice. Are you guys scared being in my head right now? Because you should be. Ask Ma. Like Ma, is it scary in there? Because
Well, it's just like my weird ass brain. So yeah, no, I'm not scared. Y'all probably should be though.
No, neither of us are scared. We are inoculated. And so it's good. Although Opal guy would like out.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. But Betty says we are all related. So
Mm,
yeah. Cheers to
cousins.
you.
Hmm.
Cheers to you, Betty. And Opal
Cheers,
guy. And
buddy.
all y'all.
Cheers,
All
Betty.
Oh yeah.
y'all. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, you need some more in your can, buddy.
Yeah, my beer's gone, so I'm air cheersing.
Beer guy. Do you have a
Beardy.
cabana boy tonight?
No, Cabana
Where's the
Boy's at work.
bartender? Yeah.
Mhm.
He's at
No
work.
no palm fans or cold beers.
No, not
Uh,
tonight.
all right.
I'll
Okay,
survive.
well, you will. So you guys are welcome to start putting the submissions in, right, Caleb?
Oh, I will have I'm hoping to have the submission page filled out later tonight. It'll have a bit of a write up about the changes to how voting will work and some examples. So just wait for that. If I don't have it up tonight, I will have it up tomorrow. Promise.
Awesome, thank you. What is this, a Hotel California or something, Bob? Yeesh. Okay. And so,
California.
oh gosh.
Oh man,
I had yeah, I was warming up with you guys earlier on the Discord with my like terrible jokes. And so yeah,
I love them.
I'm already rolling. I was cooking with fire before I pressed live stream. Would you like to live stream? Yes, I would right now. Yeah. And actually they always ask twice on StreamYard, are you sure?
You sure?
And it is
Is this
that
a
time.
huge mistake?
Yeah, it's that time when you need to check yourself. Like, am I good for this? Housekeeping, you want to melt for my pillow? Okay, so Montana is already working at the hotel. That's awesome. Sweet. All right. And
Cool.
so resort dog. I'm sorry. So you guys, do you have any parting thoughts, Caleb, on the contest and or the makers showcase or anything?
No, I think I covered everything pretty well. But if you do have any questions and need a little bit more detail, you can always check the write ups and in the channels themselves, or you can always reach out to me and I'll try to clear anything up. Oh, and also, anytime you guys are questioning whether or not something is allowed for the contest, you can reach out as well for that. So you don't get hung up doing a bunch of work and then realizing maybe it doesn't count. So
Oh,
feel free.
yeah.
Just
Oof,
I'm always available. I'm
that'd be
on Discord
terrible.
very regularly, so you can just let me know.
And we have a help group on Show and Tell. If you do make something that isn't eligible, we'll help you out with that. Just post it and we'll go ahead and tell you how awesome it is. So put it in Show and
Exactly.
Tell if it doesn't work out. And Ma, how about you?
Oh, I would say because I think what I've gotten the most out of this whole thing is that from the very start, I got pushed out of my comfort zone, and it's the best thing that y'all could have done to me. And I wasn't mad, but I was very like meh about it. And it changed everything for me because it made me try things I wouldn't do. It made me figure out I like doing other things even more than what I was doing. And it's been so fun to have a month of dedicating the time that I've got to making stuff that I've never worked on before. And I think that's so valuable. And it's so fun to have a direction. So even if you don't end up submitting whatever you make for whatever reason, look at it as a challenge for yourself to try something maybe you hadn't done before. Like I had never done anything like in Tarja. I tried building myself a fence. It failed horribly because my pieces were tiny. I ended up having to do it all by eye. But like you get better at stuff by problem solving and uh seeing, does this work? No, it doesn't. And it's so valuable. And I just can't, I owe to my community, this community, you guys, so much for literally dragging me kicking and screaming out of making faceted triangles. Because while I'll always love doing that, I'm having
Sorry.
so much more fun now. Like, I mean, it was a phase I went through and I needed to get pulled out of it. And I'm so happy that I did. And I just challenge yourself. Try things you haven't tried. If you think you can't because you don't have the right equipment, try figuring out a way to get around it because you can. You really can. And show us what you do, even if you don't submit it, like put it, like she said, show and tell. If it's not exactly like what we're doing that month, if something inspired you to do something slightly different that doesn't fit in there, we want to see it. That's what I have to say about it. Y'all are awesome and thank you. That's what I've got to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Very inspiring words. Thank you so much, Ma. And, on top of that, like what she was saying, did you listen carefully? This is stuff that she hadn't done before, and y'all are responding to what you feel like the artistry and the craftsmanship of what she's done is. And she's telling you that she hadn't done it before. And so that
No.
should
Oh, and
be,
thank you, Theo. Theo helped me so much. I need to say that. He helped me with just I was having chipping problems and he solved them and I wanted to say thank you earlier and completely forgot. I was hoping he was here so I could say it to his, ears. But
well, I'm sure
yeah,
he'll listen. So he'll get the message.
good.
Yeah, thank you for that. And so yeah, if you're listening and you have an idea, go ahead and try it. It might be the winner. It,
Never
you
know.
know, you never know unless you go ahead and walk down the path, and some of it might be hard, and some of it might be walking over coals or off of a cliff and that sort of thing. But yeah, and then it could be the winner. Like Ma didn't know that when she started, and there was plenty of
No.
anguish and toil, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And even
Oh,
look, even if it's not the winner, how valuable is it if you've learned and grown? Like that's even more important. Like I now have these tools I can take forward forever, you know? So it's so important to try new things.
yeah, yeah. And so, Kid is worried that you didn't get all your thank yous done. Did you get all your thank yous through?
Oh, there's a billion of them, but yeah, I mean this month specifically would be Jahik and Theo because that I can't even tell Jahik what a gift those Montana. I'll be making stuff with that for years. I
Awesome.
That's
just feel
awesome.
blessed.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're enjoying it. I, I had them sitting around forever and they weren't being used, so it's good to see them actually being used.
I love them. Sorry.
Awesome. All right. And Rick, thank you so much for your super there to our fur dudes and girls. Thanks for all you do and have done for us. Cheers. All right. I'll do it back. I'll do it back there. All right. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And hey, Rick, hugs to you, buddy. Sent off a furry friend today. And so uh, Rip and may they be over the Rainbow Bridge and running about with all of the other furry companions. And I'm sure you'll see them again. All right. And so, honestly, buddy, big hugs and thank you so much for that. And all right. So thank you guys so much for coming on. And we
Welcome.
will see you around in the Discord and on the live streams, I'm sure, this weekend. Do we have anything coming up from Freeform Lapidary?
No.
Okay. Soon, though.
Soon. I'm hoping soon. I keep pushing it off. I had some things happen that's really put a delay in my next video, so we're
We're
working
all
on it.
waiting. We're all waiting with bated breath. We can't wait. So we'll be looking forward to that.
Okay.
And thanks again for coming on, Caleb. And thank you again for coming on, Ma. Cheers.
Thank you, Karen.
Cheers. See you later.
You're the best.
Yay. Cheers. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Boop. All right, you guys. And thanks for all of you again for all of your participation on the Discord, making those competitions so darn fun, both with your submissions, your wonderful comments in the Discord, where everybody is just being so supportive of the different cabochons and creations that are going up there, and then your voting and all of your participation. Any way that you want to come in and participate is good. And so again, you guys are all welcome to the Discord. If you're here and hearing this, then you can come on in. Just follow the Discord link that maybe one of these wrenches is going to throw up in the chat. And now, the moment that we have been waiting for. It's time. I brought some scissors. I'll be them a bit rusty, but no, they're not safety scissors. But yes, hopefully they won't draw blood this time. We're going to get into the rock box that Turtle gave us to open last week. And so let's get this bad boy up here on the stage along with me. Here is what is going on. Beautiful. Let's do this view. And we've got this fat package to get into, and we're going to try to make short work of the packaging and long work of the admiring of this beautiful stuff that's in here. We are so thankful that Mr. Turtle Montana did send us this beautiful stuff in the first place. If you were around for the opening montage, you saw one of the pieces of Crazy Lace agate that he gave us that we opened last week. And I already had a chance to go downstairs and cab it. Just a little guy. I ran the cabbing machine to get some cabs done for my brother who was going back to California. And I was like, okay, this is too much. I can't stand it anymore. I gotta cab up something that Turtle Montana gave me. And that piece of Crazy Lace did kind of toss its little beguiling head and flirted at me from across the desk. And it became a cabochon. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. We need to make this wet, but I'll give you a dry look ahead of time. My gosh. Look at this madness. Let's make it wet so that it's really pretty. Hold on. Give it a dunk. All right. Ooh, look at this. That's really nice. I think we might need a little bit more light on this situation too. We'll put this down here so that you guys, it almost like looks like a psychedelic fruit cake slice. Now that's the kind of fruit cake at during the holidays that you'd be happy to get. Doesn't become a doorstop, right? Let's see if I got my light too low now because I want to bring it up close. And then we lose the light. I so need to get a different rig going. Microphones, light rig. This side, though, is really, really fantastic. I'll hold it still so that you guys can get a decent look. Let me see if I can't get that light a little bit better. Sorry, guys. This deserves to be seen right. There we go. How about this? That's better. There we go. Wow, look at that. Like that blaze right there. Okay. Native Wild Man, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for sliding in. Doesn't have Discord. You know, I didn't have Discord either. And then all these people were yelling at me to start a Discord server. So I did. And so we're always here on Friday nights if you want to come do the live stream fun on YouTube. And then a lot of these folks also hang out over on Instagram, like both Ma and Jahik do. Freeform Lapidary, you can follow on Instagram, and so do I. Sometimes, occasionally, do something. I did a couple things lately because it was about all I could get out. But yeah, and then come see us otherwise over there on the Discord if you want to try loading that. It's good fun. All right. So we've got from Mr. Turtle Montana to Trigger the Moist. You have to whisper sweet nothings into its ear. Or I just dunk it. Right. Okay. I missed something. Julie, no. I'll tell Brian to up his game. Oh my goodness. What did I miss? What did I miss? They baked it too long. Yeah, right. The fruitcake. I'm catching up on the discussion about this. Brian is cutting agates to find the perfect slab. Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic. You know, from your guys' stuff, Julie, I can't imagine that every cab, or rather every slab, isn't the perfect slab to cab for Ma. So anyways, this is absolutely gorgeous stuff. And I didn't see a tag on this one, although I probably just missed it. Oh, wait. Is this it? Hold on. There is. This is Big Chonk Donk of Mexican Crazy Lace Agate. Very cool. Thank you so much. We were talking about this earlier, that if you film your unboxing, then you always have a reference. It's a good thing. Yeah, you know, you can take that and add it to your hack list of, like, if you don't have a very good memory, then just film the unboxing, toss it up on YouTube, and then go ahead and refer to it if you need to whenever you can't remember. And thank you so much, Mr. Turtle Montana. Friday nights and Saturday nights are my favorite, and thank you for being part of that. You know, it's fun because you guys are here. And so who do we have here? Look at this gorgeousness. We were talking over on the Discord. Look at those bots. Ooh, juicy bots. I like it. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the interesting, sinuous, flowy bodiness that's going on right there. Well, that looks like there's an eye peeking out of it. Is this a turtle rock? I mean, this could almost be like like the little turtle's eye emerging from the agate. Are you guys seeing this, or should I stop drinking my drink? Wow, this is a very interesting little guy. And okay, here we go. We do actually have writing on this one too. Those of you who make boxes for people, the fact that there might be some labeling is so valuable. Fire agate. Hey, wait a minute. What's the theme for this month over on the Discord? Although, do we want to make a cab out of fire agate material? I don't know. Oh my gosh. And so remember how we were excited about the bots before? We are double excited about the bots now because there should be some fire in there. So really quick, we'll get this guy wet. We'll whisper sweet nothings into the turtle's ear because we saw a little turtle head in there. I think I just poked his eye and see if there's fire. All right. And there looks like there's some promise in here. How exciting. And actually, Turtle, did you have a chance to go and hit it again with AZ Rock Hounding Expeditions? I think that you guys were talking about maybe going again. All right. We found a new vein a week ago, seeing if it's worthy. Oh, that's awesome. You guys are so cool. And yes, please, Native Wildman, make the short video on the petwood. That would be awesome. We would love to see about your petwood for sure. And let's see. I'm catching up with your guys' comments while we're getting a closer look. That eye looks like it might have some metallic screaming back at us, and so that could be pretty fun. And you guys are talking about something involving tape and stuff. And yeah, Tara, it's so true every time. Yeah, that song. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. um yeah, Mr. Turtle Montana, you did. I got to go like, I could have that one if it's okay. Thank you, sir. More, please. No, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. I can't wait to sink my salivating teeth into that. My dentist isn't gonna like it, but yeah, that's gonna happen, guys. Oh, beautiful. I'm so pumped. All right, so keeping on going here with the chat too, because I do believe I've gotten a bit behind. So, Karen, I've used your live footage to figure out what disc I left off on when I dropped a rock on a work live a week later when I found the rock. See, these things are valuable. That is so funny. I love it. Yeah, definitely have gone back to some videos to see what the heck. And you gotta love that bubbly calisthenics. I'm glad that helped out, Ma. Anything to help what's going on in your studio, especially if something hits the ground. Ah, gotta love it. But you talking about Willis? Nice. And sensing a pattern. Yes, yes. Nailed it. Uh-huh. Okay. So I am way back. And so I'm cutting this open so that you guys have something to look at so that I can catch up. But I don't want to leave you guys hanging. You guys don't want to be looking at the packaging. You want to be looking at what is in this package. Very odd size guesses. You know, have you put money on what it is? Oh my goodness. Oh, we've got some another little slaborama here. And I'm going to backtrack and get that it is Crazy Lace Cutoffs. Oh, so dreamy. Yeah, very nice. That was done to beauty school dropout for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. All right, everybody gets a theme song. I'll dip one of these bad boys in the water. Ooh, gosh. And then catch up. Do some little bit of reading. All right, but first I have to get you guys this view. This view brought to you by Turtle Montana, who also is the turtle wax king. Yeah. All right, scrolling. Turtle has amazing fire, says Chris. I still have to finish my video showing off the one that he sent you. Awesome. Looking forward to that, Rufotris. That is going to be an eye full of good because there are a few things that are as absolutely incredible as fire agate. That is amazing. All right, let's see. Seriously, Turtle, you are the most thoroughest rapper that ever did rap. That is so true. Yes, good group name for sure. And thank you so much, Tara. doing the best we can. I want cutoffs made out of crazy lace. I'm picturing like short shorts. Is that wrong? Yeah, absolutely. So neat up there in the corner. Let's see if my phone's gonna get it. I love those like radiating explosions under a like technicolor sky with a bendy rainbow. That is super cool. That what you were talking about, Opal guy? Yeah. And Bob's Rocks says claim, "Hey Bob, you have a young goat that I really like. Should I drive out and give this to you?" Yeah, super nice. And oh, fire quartz. That's some yummy stuff too, for sure. Let's get all shall we get all these wet? Shall we? Let's do it. We're the box. The boss is here. Yeah, you picture the shorts too. Crazy lace cutoffs. Oh my goodness. Hey, Jawhick, do a AI on crazy lace cutoffs and see what you get. We'll have some fun in the Discord tonight. What are we even thinking? That's awesome. Look at that. So pretty. Oh yeah, I am loving that stuff going on right there. Look at that dance. Those are just dancing around. Like, we're this color and that color. We don't care. There's no lines there. These guys, they knew about lines. These guys up here, they're like, "Yep, I'm red. I'm yellow. Hey, how you doing? We don't know. We don't care. We're dancing." That is like quite the commingling. So pretty. Very floral. Too close. How about that? There we go. Love that one right in the middle. Hello, Cabochon. All right. So, gosh, crazy lace agate cutoffs for the win. Look at this. Look at this madness. You are feeling not very sleepy. Gosh. I'm going to be playing with this like yesterday. I'm kind of a little bit fond of yellow, and this is ringing my bell super hard. And my triangle and the chimes and the gong. All right. Whoa, what? Like I missed some stuff and I just see beats a bot filled jock strap. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am definitely still in the kid. Um like don't worry, YouTube. That's like a goat. Um and this is a great question right here. Do you have a channel already? So let us know because all of us will come and watch. That's for sure. Um, and swooping on down. And what should the bikini top be made of to go with the shorts? Okay, now I'm arriving at what in the world you guys are talking about. But still, I hope that you guys are zoning out on this wildness because wow. And Chris, thank you so much for swooping on in, and we'll see you. Have a great dinner, and love the yellow. Yeah, this is so sweet. So and the harp, right, Curry? I need the harp. I like that banding. Yes. And so that's interesting. You guys are talking about petrified palm. Are we talking about doing some intarsia here? So I'm back, way back at the back of the bus here. I still do like cabochon and then add things to it like in a setting. And so I was thinking about some citrine, like some faceted citrine or the very, very bright fire opal that we have here from Oregon. I've come across a few yellow things. In fact, I'm trying to remember. Oh, this is the apatite, the yellow apatite that Lisa gave me. This one has been sitting on my desk, waiting to, like, it's one of the next things that goes on Adopt for the faceting. Look at this pairing, you guys. So imagine like a pretty gemstone. Look at how clear that apatite is. That is going to be such a good pairing. Okay, sorry. Super high register had to be used. I apologize. I'll try not to use the high register too many times this evening, but some things just have to happen. And we have like a fancy lace like crocodile or something here. Ah, or maybe it's a whale. I've got a rock as big as a whale. Like with a fancy eyeball there and it's smiling. You see that? I did see a ShamWow comment earlier. So, did you see that, camera guy? Look at that, like little like Jerry Bear dancing there in the eyeball. My gosh, what a beautiful group trip we're having here. Um, right, right, the yellow apatite. That just happened. I mean, it was just sitting right here, so that is meant to be. Gonna have to do that. It's a shack. Right on. Yeah. It's like crazy agate megalodon. Maggotlodon? That sounds too much like maggot. Not elegant enough for that rock. Okay, if I tarry too long, you guys, we're going to have a part 3. So I guess I should keep on going, but I did want to savor the rocks, get every single finger licking good moment out of each one. So sorry if I'm taking a little too long. Yeah, boy, those are so gorgeous. My crazy lace never looked like that. Do you need some, Ryan? I'll share. If you don't have crazy lace that like it's just mildly neurotic lace or something. I'm sorry about that. So if you need some, I'll share. And so, oh, what is going on in here? Wow. That's super exciting. Gosh. Those are globtubular in is this more it is. I think this is more the fire agate. Oh, I love how totally like it's like brain texture, It's like just got that wonderful multi-wrinkled synapsy gloopiness. Boy, that is so cool. Do you have metallic hematite goodness in there? I think so. Oh, there's a heart on that one. Oh, look at that. That is so great. I'll bet you that's there on purpose for something. There must be that might be the entryway into the good stuff right there. Is that your way of indicating where the goods are, buddy? And so let's see. Oh, that's so sweet. Like seriously, I'll share or Mr. Turtle, you are like one of the givenest turtles that ever come across the land under shells and stuff. Oh, thank you also about the energy. I appreciate that. Um right. It's clinically depressed lace. Oh, that's so sad. I'm not seeing like clinically depressed lace being like cute short shorts. Like that would be, some kind of like super long baggy apparel. I don't know. Like a trench coat. All right, I'm gonna get these wet. Okay, so there you go. Welcome to the fire. And boy, is that ever super body. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so like I've got so much work I'm supposed to do after this this live, and I'm gonna like be 2 millimeters out from these rocks with my nose, just inspecting. I'm probably moving this too fast for you guys. I'm sorry if I'm giving you a pixelated blur. I will slow down. But excitement took the wheel there for a moment. And all right, that ink mark is where we saw the heart when you picked it out. Oh, that's awesome. I wanted to make sure you didn't miss it. Thank you so much. That's so thoughtful. Yeah, I did notice that right away. Oh, that's great. Thank you for making sure that that was oh, that's right. Yeah, I see it now. I see exactly what you did. That's crazy. That was quite some time ago. And so, like, thank you for jarring my memory too. You could have been like, "Yeah, you remember? You remember?" But I might not have. And so, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. That is going to be so fun to dig in there and find the goods. There's some work to do here, but we'll get in there and we'll see who's hiding in there. I'm sure plenty of yummy stuff. Oh boy. Hey, so those guys of you who work with the fire agate, do you work your fire agate inside? Have you made like a box kind of like fire agate mark where you can have an indoor studio and not make everything around you all wet and hanging with the dust of silicates all over it? Or because I know what that's like. But also, then the flip side of it is, do you prefer to do like an outdoor studio thing? I would love to hear from you guys which approach you take. We are going into some warmer temperatures. It got like really nice here today. So there was the possibility of moving out, just bumping the camera, the possibility of moving out onto the deck and starting some outdoor studio. I wonder how far away from outdoor studio are you guys? And which do you prefer? Do you like having indoor studio, or do you go outside with chores like that? Because that's going to be a wet carve situation. So I would love to hear your approach, because wet carve situations inside can be pretty interesting to try to wrangle. Hey, you guys, I haven't cut myself yet, but look I just actually cut some specimens, so I better be careful. What in the world? Like, usually everything's so sturdy that you don't end up doing damage. I better put the reins on. Okay, Yogi Bear is here. Thank you so much for coming. It's good to see you. And she put on the phone voice. Yeah, there's plenty of voices, that's for sure. So let's see. There is absolutely, there is even a video on my channel on the box like marks. All right. And I wonder if Karen can see the bottom of the box yet. I'm afraid not. Shed studio, concrete floor, doesn't care about water. Do you have a French drain, Ryan, in your floor? Yeah. And oh, look it. Hello, James. We have the James and the Yogi here in the house. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming. They found a cure for ADHD, but I forgot. You were busy doing something else, huh? Yeah, I know it. I'm there too. Yeah, Mr. Curry. I see a tetanus shot near future. Yeah, you guys remember that? And it looks great with my banged up that is that bruise that I got on my fingernail from, like, I don't know, it feels like a month ago. We could probably go back in the lives, like Mud did, to find her rock, and we could find out like how long I've had this bruise on my fingernail. But if any of you guys have done like damage to a fingernail before, like that, like where it's like, look at how black that is. There's a little red to the side. But yeah, that's like underneath the nail. Does that mean I'm gonna lose the nail, you guys? I think it does. Usually when I've done that to a foot nail, and I guess that would be a toenail. Like whose feet have just foot nails. Um, yeah, they have the tendency to fall off when I do that. So I'm scared. I bet you I just threw away the info. And now we know why the microphone has a bad cord is because I keep on bumping it and stuff. Okay, so thank you for reminding me about the tetanus shot. And Ryan says, yes, drains in the floor if it would ever get that wet. All right. Pipes going down to the drain tile, I think. And, that's a smart way to put together a studio. There is an indoor outdoor studio, kind of like a shed-ish type thing that we were building that we put a French drain in. But does anybody else have this problem where you end up making space and then you fill it with storage and it's not like a working space? That's kind of what happened. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out. But I plan on going home. I plan on doing a homemade setup like Coleco did on Mining America. Anybody hear from Coleco lately? Yeah, Coleco did a pretty cool setup, and I think that might have been fashioned after the one that Fire Agate Mark did. But yeah, I haven't seen Coleco around. So, whoa, it's a Petoskey stone. Petoskey, tomato, guys. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. And it's been turtle waxed. Check out that. And that was I think I got a little bit of this edge with the scissors, and I'm so sorry now, especially that I see what this is. That's going to be so cool for the micro zone. It's already polished. Oh, that's so cool. All right, let's get this down. But yeah, I would love to see what you do, Resort Dog. And that would be like inside, another vote for inside. And here we have this bit of wisdom. I don't think so, Karen. That will probably grow out. Yeah, foot nails. Oh, this is good. Foot nails and crazy lace cutoffs. No. I'm picturing that. Yeah. Hopefully Caleb is working on our graphic right now. Right, meow. Caleb, if you come up with a graphic, feel free to share it, and I'll share it on here on screen. And we've got this. My Bronco has a couple drains if you need to hose it out. And are you referring to your vehicle? Because that's pretty smart too. Who has a bunch of sand and dirt in their vehicle and little pebbles like the little remnants of the big rocks that you put in there? This is true. This is true, Bob's Rocks. The goats have foot nails. Yeah. That's why I need one. And not a foot nail, a goat. Actually, you need two. You're supposed to, so then I'd have 8 foot nails. Yeah. And Mr. Turtle Montana's nails have foot goats. I love it. I need to see that AI creature as well. Yes, we need to see all these things illustrated. Thank you so much for this. This is going to be a really, really fun one to put underneath the microscope, like I said. And so we will do that. We will do that at some point very, very soon. But we got to get through this box. And so not right at this exact moment. I'll put on some nice music. We'll kick back with our nice whatever snacks and beverages you might have, and we'll just look at the microscope, chill out together. That might have to be next week's live stream, is just a chillaxathon, because I have been running like some kind of a marathon runner. And it's time for me to mellow out. How about you guys? Do you guys need to mellow out too? Inquiry minds want to know. All right. So, previous owner service semi trucks in the shed. So, probably needed the drains. Yeah. Semi trucks and rocks. Definitely. And that is a big one, right? And Cynthia Foss doesn't think so. So you think a death plate, Cynthia? I'd love to know. Oh, the Potosky part is down by the arrow part, I would imagine. New meme. Hide your kids. Karen's coming for them. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Yeah, we were there for that. And it looks like Resort Dog is sitting on rough for decades. That's got to be hurting your tush. But seriously, I bet you got some very, very nice rough if you've been hanging out for that long. Okay, we don't want to look at that any longer. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Sensitive. Huh. Like literally sensitive from the quartz? That is so interesting. I haven't really heard of somebody having that strong of a reaction, but I'm sure that it could happen. Resort Dog, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, we have some more fire agate up in here, but I don't know that can't be for this one, because this is some more of that. Oh, it like the stone says what it is. It's like pointy stone or something like that. Pinolith. I remembered. Like pinstone, pinolith. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. I just had a moment. Is that pinolith, guys? Because if it is, I'm feeling like I'm doing something wrong, because that was a smart. Hello, Billy Whitehorn. Very nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. We are unboxing a very generous box full of things from Mr. Turtle Montana. And let's see what we've got. You'll get my second box on Monday, so you'll have that for next live. Oh, yay, it's got the gemfish in it. Eehee. You guys know I'm going to be spotlighting everything and back spotting it, and I'll try not to boop you in the eyes with it, because that wouldn't be nice, right? Awesome. This needs the harp, right? This is one of those times. Those of you who used to listen to children's audiobooks, it could be a turn the page. So maybe we need a harp in the our emojis. Oh, that's so weird. That is so weird. I'll be darned. Yeah. Well, I hope that she feels better now. Yes. Yes. It's a pinolite. Is it pinolite or pinolith? Woohoo! For moments, right? Yes, we need the moments harp or chimes. That would have been a harp or a chime time for sure. Or like when you do magic tricks, which I think that Turtle Montana does magic tricks all the time. All you have to do is start looking across this board that starts to be looking fat with a bunch of beautiful stones. And even, that last time, last week, I was just, we didn't get to that many, and that was like another fat hour of me, checking them out with the loop and a little bit with the microscope. It was just, just sumptuous. A buffet of some of the finest eye candy. It was just like better than a dessert tray. It was like being on one of those pleasure cruises, and like the entire buffet dessert offering. So It's both. Is it both? Pinolith or Pinolite. Very cool. I'm just amazed that I remembered. I guess I really, really like it. So how many of you guys have, oh, wait, I'm gonna bring it back here for a second. What's our month's subject for the cab contest? That looks like it would work out. And so as far as the penalist goes, I would love to know, has anybody done cabs out of it? And I would love to hear what you think of that. Is it difficult? Is it easy? Sometimes when you have directional chatoyancy like that, it can be a little dodgy because you have some different cleavage planes going on. That is it a feldspar? I need to know. I need to know. Let's get some group wise going. Karen needs to know these things. Yeah, it did draw bloodlust. Let's see. Can we trust you with a box cutter? I feel like that's what you need. No. Okay, so it looks like people set her straight. Here's this right here. This is the actual thing that I did damage with last time. These uh these knives are awesome, but like my husband has these around our house all over the place because they use them on fishing boats a lot, I guess, for cutting line and stuff like that. They cut you so good. They really, really are good. If you want a nice clean cut in your finger, that goes deep, this is a really good tool for that. So great utility knife. It's a saw. It's a pair of scissors. It's it chops and it flops and it fillets and it'll cook your dinner. Oh, we have a note. We have a note on this one, guys. All right. So yes, optical phenomenon. Optical phenomenon. But da 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 da. You had to do that. Let's see. At least the knife did, yes, and it is flashy indeed. And safety scissors was part of the discussion. You guys haven't taken these away from me yet. So and yeah, like they are so rusty. Thus the tetanus shot for sure. And wow, you did a spear out of that? It's kind of soft and likes to undercut, huh? Okay, that is awesome to know. So, what do we have here? Starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might be able to tell if this is Veracite. I'm likely wrong, but if I'm right in my shell, I'll take a shite. Wow. If everybody got boxes that had poems on tape, this would be like maybe rock hounding would be more popular with people and box openings at the very least. Oh, that is so awesome. And this is the best not bear site ever. Oh, I love this so much. And I love the poem too. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Turtle Montana. What a thoughtful box. No, not the knife. And is there such a thing as a safety box cutter? Like, because Karen needs one, clearly. Um, and I made that joke to Jahik and he was confused. Right? You have to sing for sure. Okay, we're gonna get this wet. Whoa. I might need to put the water in a different place or we're gonna expedite ruining this microphone way faster than I ever dreamed possible. But hey, we've got the money to replace it. So I guess that's what's going on tonight. We're just a wrecking crew. Why not? Look at this stuff. Will you look at this stuff? Oh, Oh, let's just go in there. This is better than a Rothko painting or a Jackson Pollock painting. We have like somewhere in between splatter and color field, right? So just go ahead and, I'll even do this. There you go. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, I'll just do that and all of a sudden I'm gone. Hey, there we go. I'll just do this and take away the yummy eye candy. No, look at that. Ah, that is so cool. I love the configuration of those clouds. And then as if those clouds weren't enough, but look at the mineral valence of them turning that adjacent chalcedony or silicate material, that screaming yellow that meanders around in some tangerine colors, some moving into kind of pumpkin and burnt orange. But then look at this over here on this side. It gets some like cherry in it and some pink. And so, wow, we've got some just lovely flavors going on in here. So Tara says, "That's super cool. It reminds me of coral for some reason." Yes. And Oino Kith. um and take a box cutter and remove the blade. Now it's safe. That's the kind of safe blade I need. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that marcasite is it from Indonesia? And let's see. We've got Pinolith Sphere video photos just posted. Oh, awesome. Can't wait to go see those. And maybe we'll have to go steal those really quick and do a share screen. I'm sorry. I am like lapsing into a fantastic dream with this. This is going to be so hard to cut and then so easy to cab. Like it will make me have pain to cut this big slab, but then when I start cabbing it, I know I'm just going to be like giggling to myself with glee. And this is so flippin' meaty. Look at how fat that is, you guys. Look at how fat that is. I could probably work another slab out of that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm sorry. I did have to tarry that long. Am I not sorry? I probably shouldn't even apologize because that's just gorgeous. All right, sunspots, absolutely. But the flavors, no. Right. Um, and I know that, yeah, you were in Tucson and we were all talking, Mr. Turtle Montana, I think in real time over on Julie and Brian's live, and you were out there buying a bunch of stuff. And yeah, that was an interesting moment. It was so cool to be with you for that. And then to feast. This is so metallic, you guys. I know it's not really picking up on that on the like the camera isn't conveying just how metallic those sprays are, but it's shining back at me like it is so glittery and metallic in there. Wonder if this side that no, it's just the camera is not picking up how magnificent that is. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. And Native Wild Man just got a Bumblebee Jasper. We were just talking about that. And so I'm glad that you are enjoying that yellowy, black, beautiful stuff. And Ma is saying pretty sure it's Indonesian and has a cab that is made of the same material and it is from Indonesia. And so yeah, and here we have the rock LSD trip big time. And The Rocky Horror mouth. Yeah. There's a couple of those little mouths in there that could definitely be doing that. It is beautiful material. And you did give me a fat one so that I'd have extra to play with. Well, thank you so much. That was so generous. That is a big, 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 big slab. Big fat slab. That's like that's a good thing to say. We like that here. Everybody, make sure that you're staying hydrated. And cheers to you. Wow, that looks really yellow in there too. Some nice probiotic drink. A little bit of poppy. Let's see. Super awesome rocks. Yep. And your water will be completely black. Good to know. Yeah, I'm imagining that it comes with a smell too. If I remember correctly, I think that you said something. You mentioned something about a smell. We've got some more fire agate here. We can see it right here on the package. And so we'll try to get into this package as quickly as possible with the least amount of blood. Those of you who are sensitive to blood, I'll try to let you know if you need to look away. I want cutoffs off of that. Yeah, right? Woo! You got marcasite in your pants. That would be out of sight. Very nice. And Native Wild Man has some tea. Well, good. Cheers to you. Everybody, make sure to stay hydrated. I feel like I have a little bit of a dry throat. And so I was wetting my whistle, making sure that I could keep on yammering on to you guys while we look at these are much bigger than I thought. Like I saw them, and I mean, maybe because your hands are bigger than mine, but I saw them on the screen and I was just like, okay, there's like these couple of little chunks that Turtle's going to send me, and that's going to be pretty awesome. Holy wow. Like there's my hand. That's a big rock. Let's get it wet. All right. Let's see what's in there. We definitely have, you can see stuff right now. You can see stuff right now in there. Look at the green and the gold. Oh my gosh. You guys, I gotta go. I'm just kidding. But I really, seriously, this is going to be so hard to keep my hands off of. Oh, my accountant's going to kill me. I'm going to need to play with this. And it's really nice outside. That's kind of why I was, look at those. Look at the scarab green. Right there. You know, the light's hitting it right so that you see that metallic scarab green right there. And then we've got some gold up there on the top. So I just need to keep on digging there and see if there's any more of the magnetite, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that that's what it gets dusted with. Let's get closer, shall we? See if I can get us in there to see a little bit more of this shininess. You can see the green, like emerald green right there, right in the middle of the frame. Oh, that is just a screamer. Looks like some red is kicking back at us. Who knows? We'll have to dig on in there. But you guys, who here has done some contour carving? I would love to hear what you think of contour carving. Because I love it. So who knows? This whole rest of the chunk here might not have anything in it, or that might just continue on. And I will scream. You guys will hear me. I will share it. There will be screams. Kind of like what Ma did. And who knows? My husband might also freak out for a moment and then decide that, oh gosh, just another just another one of those rocks that you're screaming about. Geez. Okay, so we have another old fisherman. Awesome. I mean, the fisherman part for sure. You probably recognize. Those things are awesome to have around. We have one in like seems like every drawer and in every room. Yes, Surface Flash. And we have that only the top. That's only the top layer. Exactly. I know. Cabot, but it needs to be that definitely that piece needs to be contour carved, I'm afraid. I would probably cab something that had a little less zest to it, but that's going to be precious. Like that's precious. Fire agate, that's the good stuff right there. I believe. And Rufo, done very little. Nova points are your friend. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see more from you. Because you're such an artist and you have such like an eye for the attention to detail. I have a feeling that you're just gonna knock them out of the park, Chris. And so I can't wait. Wait. Okay, so you came back to share some news. So let's have it. Oh, okay. We have a Highland Park sale going on tomorrow. What equipment live event? So April 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Out here on the west, and it's a Zoom one-time event only, and it sounds like they're going to be letting some equipment go. And so those of you who need to get some equipment, and that would probably be just like all of us, then definitely check it out. I'm not affiliated, but if you need some stuff, then it's always nice to know about where you can go get some stuff on sale. And so, Bob, it's the only to it's the only to get the best from Fire Agate, and I think that way, can I buy a way, please, Chuck? And so I would agree with that, Bob. And Bob, you sent me the best stuff. You sent me some really nice Fire Agate. Thank you so much for that. And I'm currently contour polishing a cold mountain thunder egg. I can't wait to see that, Mr. Turtle Montana. That should be very, very cool. And there's better ones to come. Oh my gosh. And of course you were joking. Yeah, you got to wonder which way like something's going to strike me, that's for sure. We got a new fishing knife a few weeks ago. Excellent. Pardon me. And Jeff, that's one thing that was disappointing from my trip out to Arizona, not getting a chance to stop along the way and possibly find some fire agates. Well, you're going to have to do the drive again, I'm afraid, Jeff. I lived in Arizona and I didn't even get a chance to do some fire agate hounding. Can you even believe that? I mean, I'm surprised that there's any left. If I had been into actually hunting, but I did my hunting at the gem shows, and that's why I was parked in Arizona for so long. Need, yes. Can afford, nope. I heard that. I did. I heard that. Well, you never know. You never know what can happen, right? Hello. Oh, look at that. My phone just decided to go. And that means that it's busy overheating. So let's get me back on here. Nope, that's not me. How about this one? There we go. We'll just get this thing off. Okay. So that, ladies and gentlemen, means that we will have a part 3. My phone's jinky sometimes and not jinky other times. These stones were so hot that it killed my phone. Killed my phone, you guys. Look at that. Do you guys want to investigate that with me? Should I do the cutting on this in a live stream? Would you like that? I think that might have to happen. I got if you guys remember a few weeks ago, I got the mics from our buddy Jared, and I took him on a test drive I found something very, 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 very special. And we're still having it checked out. It's still a mystery to y'all. But I am having the hardest time sitting on like this news, but I have to find out that everything is ready for it. But we actually got some of that coverage on those microphones, but the microphones are so that like if I'm going to do like a live stream out on the deck doing some outdoor again contour polishing of a fire agate or something like that, then we'll have good volume for my voice as opposed to just hearing the rotary tool. And so I can't wait to try them out. Life has been so crazy with house guests that are super fun and with, getting taxes done. Oh, you gotta love it. And all the things that have been popping up with business and needing to get commissions and stuff that I haven't had a chance to play with that. And another bit of really, really good news is that I have a video finished for you guys. Oh my gosh, no way. A video from this channel? Like it happens every now and again. And so I hope to be releasing that sometime this weekend. I'm going to check to see where everybody else's releases are so that I don't, pile up stuff too high for y'all, unless you guys all want to do some kind of a marathon. So let me get up a little bit, uh, a little bit caught up here in the chat. Okay, you guys are talking about some stories and whatnot. Okay, we'll do because that would be fun. Like we could just do that together in the sun and enjoy the colors coming and sometimes going. You might see the trials and the happy things that happen also. And it sounds like Phil, good to see you tonight. Would also like to see Alive. So okie dokie. And let's see, I pulled off the interstate on some random dirt road in Roswell, New Mexico, and found a bunch of banded shirt. Crazy. Did you find any aliens as well, as far as the kind that come out of flying saucers? That's what we would like to know. But that sounds like a killer score also. And cough, cough, jump the fence, walking the dogs, going west at the rest area on I-10 without Phoenix or something. FA eroding out of that ridge pointing down towards the highway, cross the flats, cough, cough. Oh, good to know. Trying to picture that area. And let's see, we have a question here. Are highway cuts free to Fossick? And from what I understand, and you can do a little bit of research for the state that you are in trying to Fossick, but that there is a common area that's owned by for us, it's ODOT, like the Department of Transportation or what have you. And I believe that is okay. And then there should be some delineation where it becomes private. If it becomes private, it could just turn into BLM from there, and then you're still okay as far back as you want to go. But from what I understand, road cuts, and you guys can definitely chime in the chat or in the comments if you watch this later, if that's erroneous. And so I would love to know. But I do believe from what I've seen on not only other channels but other geologists and folks checking out the road cuts for material, and it's okay to like take hand samples and that sort of thing. So let's see. I'm still checking. Yeah, that's what I thought. As a rule, roadsides are free, and I believe it's because they're owned by the people. So we are okay to check them out. You just want to be very careful. And one of the hacks that I've always really, really appreciated from another channel is that Jared over there on Currently Rock Hounding keeps a safety vest and a hard hat in their vehicle. I think they both have them. And when they are going to go check out a road cut, they put on the safety vest and the hard hat. This is great for two reasons. A, you're visible. I'm going to add three. So visible, so you don't get hit by a car. Please be very careful. I mean, I'm a complete airhead when I'm rock hounding. I'm so sort of transfixed by the rocks that sometimes I forget about my general surroundings and could be a danger to myself and others. So be careful. But safety vest, excellent. You got a helmet on. That also means that if you're at a cut, usually that means there's something overhead. It's a road cut, right? And so you are actually being safe from any falling rocks that might actually happen. I've heard of some weird stuff going on, and those can be damaging, if not, somewhat mortal taking. So you don't want to do that. So hard hat, great. But one of the best hacks that currently rock hounding Jared was talking about was the fact that nobody bothers you because you look super official. Like nobody's gonna bother you. You look like you're, an engineer checking out the road cut or geologist or something like that. And so you look like you belong there. And so nobody's gonna mess with you being there. And I really like that. I thought that was a very, very good hack. And here we have Resort Dog saying, Oregon sucks as there are private signs on most fences you wished there were not. Yeah, tell me about it. I have to be so careful. And, if you get one of the hunting apps for your phone that has maps, you can tell where the property lines are, even if they aren't marked, so that you're not going onto somebody's property. And yeah, a lot of times you're going like, oh, but I see something right over there. I'm following a vein. I'm looking for Mr. Pocket. And so, yeah, it can be flummoxing for sure. And elk on the highway as well. Yes. Do you have a tag, or in the dark of night is worse? You don't want one of those things coming through your windshield. Pro tip: wear pants when wearing a vest. Well, what about the crazy lace cutoffs and a safety vest and a hard hat? We have our rock hounding official uniform and foot nails. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, you beat me to that all day, or at least them lacy agate shorts. Yeah. Yeah, all of that wouldn't quite work for me. People wouldn't buy that with me next to a semi. You never know. You never do know. And Mr. Turtle Montana says, also went to Cadet, Missouri today and wanted to go to Haunted Ridge Rocks. Oh my gosh. No way. They were closed? Are they allowed to close? Did you call them? I would have been like, let me in. So I parked along the dirt road, grabbed a cloth grocery bag, and filled it up twice in 30 minutes. I don't know if should I take that off of the live stream? Wow, that is fantastic. Well, good. Wear fishnets and they'd swerve away. Fishnets underneath the crazy lace shorts and the cutoffs rather. And you'd be having your foot toes sticking out. That would be a look. Bob, please always wear your pants. Please. A PSA from Bob. Thank you. This PSA brought to you by Bob's Rocks and Kids. All right. And very cool. Native Wild Man says, I have a great place for fossil shells. Me too. Maybe we need to exchange locations. Foot nails and crazy lace cutoffs is the next album for the Stones. Yeah, right. Guys, we still need to bring the band together. That could be our album. Let's do it. Wow, I like all of a sudden got schmelkus. Sorry guys. I think like allergies, spring is sprunging. Isn't it great? Oh, I love the sunshine and it was warm today and you can smell flowers and stuff like that. They're just in my nose. And so I'm starting to get a stuffed up nose, I think. Sinuses. But it's all good. I am not complaining. I hope that you guys are getting out rock hounding this weekend. The rock hounding season is just gonna start to really unfold now. I think things are gonna start thawing out. And right after the winter is such a cool time to go because stuff is freshly eroding out of seams and fossils are coming out of the cliffs. Good things are happening out there. So I hope that you're getting out there to do them as well. Over this weekend, keep an eye open for the video that's going to be coming from me. I'll go ahead and make sure that notifications go out and like a community message and all that kind of stuff because it doesn't happen very often. We did a super fun beach hunt and there's some fun stuff to look out at there. Not containing the surprise because we don't have the news back on that yet. But when that happens, there will be a big video. Of course, we've got fun sales over at Kyle's. There's always the Sunday live that we get to hang out with Julie and Brian. It seems like Jeff is always doing something sometime around in there as well. So we've got great things coming out. Theo probably has a video that will drop on Saturday. It seems like he's been dropping videos even though he has been remote. And so that's always fun to look forward to. Katie did always does one on Sundays as well. If you've got something going on this weekend, get that off, I guess. I guess we're done with that thought. If you've got something going on this weekend, feel free to pop it into the chat. If you've got a wrench or if you need some help, then somebody can help you out with that. And I'm so excited about this because we never want this thing to end, right? We want to keep the good times going. And we have a video tonight coming out by Ellison Prairie Girl Rocks. And so we'll all follow her over there. Yep, there's our link. And so right there in the chat is the link to see her over there. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight and looking at Mr. Turtle's beautiful rocks. We've got more to go. I'll share them with you though. We'll keep on unwrapping. Maybe we'll do another live stream also sometime during the weekend to keep the marathon going. But I wanted to check on times before I premiere and then even announce that we'll go live. And so keep an eye open for that. And we still have the spring sale going on over there at the website. Thank you guys so much for your purchases so far and the commissions that have come in. You guys are keeping me busy, but I do love it. And what's going on over there is 25% off everything that's there. There's not a whole lot, but if you've had your eyes on some of the stuff, on some of the projects that have been coming out, I am going to be popping up a few new things up there over the weekend too. And so if you don't see it yet, it's still coming. If you know it's been made, it's coming. And so those will be they'll be brand new, but they'll also be on sale. So everything over there, your promo code is Spring25. That's for you guys. And you can buy yourself something nice, or Mom's Day is coming up, so if you need to do some shopping, there's that. All the proceeds go to getting a new microphone, getting a camera for the better shots during these live streams, and it doesn't overheat like a phone. And so that's one of the reasons why that is on the docket, to replace the phone with a proper webcam. And so we're working on that. We will see you guys soon. Thank you so much, Ma, for putting up the the link, we're going to go over to Allison's. But first, thank you, Ma and Allison and Jeff and Rufotris, all you guys with the wrenches. Lisa came by. Thank you so much for coming by earlier. If you're still out there, speedy recovery. We love you so much, and we hope that you're feeling better. And also, thank you everybody who came on tonight to hang out for the unveiling of who won and what the new Discord contest is about. Thank you, Jahik, for being a guest. Congratulations, Theo, wherever you are on your beautiful cab. Thank you, Brian and Julie and that Opal guy and James and Tara and Mom and Scott and all you guys that came tonight to watch. I really, really appreciate you being here. And so we're going to run those credits. Cheers and Steinkerns go to Allison's, and we shall sit back and watch a fun video together. And I'll send you out with the credits. Cheers. Oh, come on. Are we alive, everybody? Take that down. Why isn't it going on? Well, there it is. Oh, there it is. Are you here? Am I here? And we can't hear me. Let's start over again. Are you here? Am I here? man, we can't hear me. Let's start over again.